Welcome to the Power on Heels Fund Incorporated as we present this virtual masterclass as part of our series of the COVID-19 Financial Summit, Reestablishing Financial Security, AIM, the Crisis. I am Ivette Mayo, the founder and CEO of Power on Heels Fund Incorporated and the CEO of Yo Soy I Am LLC. Power on Heels Fund Incorporated is focused on minimizing the impact of gender pay gap inequity and the advancement of Latinas in the marketplace by providing specialized training programs, mentorship, and scholarships that are designed to enhance the earning potential, accelerate professional growth, and cultivate future leaders. Stay connected to Power on Heels on all our social media platforms, and please visit our website at poweronheelsfund.org. Stay informed and stay plugged in. There you can have all the information on our current events and all our efforts. The COVID-19 Financial Virtual Masterclasses are filled with industry experts and change agents sharing information to help you create smart financial strategies during these difficult times. Following reliable information and sound fact-based advice will go a long way in helping you achieve your financial goals. Remember, your financial mastery is about how you live and lead. Welcome to this masterclass, Melissa Rios Brombacher, the Director of Entrepreneurial Initiatives and Community Relations at HCC.
Thank you. I'm so honored to be here with you all. Well, so I'm so honored to be here. I mean, this is the first time I'm here with the Power on Heels. So thank you so much, Ivette and team, for having me here. I'll be talking a little bit about how you can invest in yourself. And this doesn't necessarily mean only on the financial side. I mean, this is your personal, your emotional health, your skills, and your finances. So I think I want to talk a little bit more on the personal side as to why investing in yourself is so important. You know, I think this is one question that's probably a no-brainer for a lot of people. But I think when you start thinking about us as Latinas, you know, we're probably the last person we think about. You know, we think about our families, we think about our kids, our husbands, our grandmas, our grandparents, you know, and then we might have like 5-10 minutes at night where we're like, okay, I'm tired. What did I do today? I felt like I was so busy. Was I productive? And I think, you know, that's one of the things that in our culture, maybe it's sort of the habits that we've created, you know, to know, like, maybe, you know, is this a selfish thing, you know, thinking about yourself? And let's just start changing that mindset. It's not. It really, when you're investing in yourself, when you're thinking about the things that you can offer to your family, your community, not only gives you a much more self-confidence, but it also makes it better for all. So what is that? What is important for you when you're investing in yourself? And what does that mean to you? For some people, it might mean, you know, you have a goal of being a millionaire, and maybe investing is means the financial part where you're saving money. For others, like me, I think investing is on the skill sets to just have the skills for either a promotion, to be a better candidate, you know, for any goals that you have, right? Right now, for example, I'm doing my doctorate's degree, and that was a struggle for me because nobody in my family has done a doctorate's degree before. And so a lot of people are like, wait, why are you doing a doctorate? It's like, what does that help you? And for me, I think it's a sense of accomplishment. It's a bucket list, to be honest. And I also feel the responsibility to give back to my family. My family, they came, you know, from Mexico. We've been in the US for 20 years. And so as a Latina, I feel responsible to be a role model, not only to my family and leave that as a legacy, but also to the community, you know. When you just Google the stats, how many Hispanic people in the US have graduated from college, and you see like maybe 25%, and it's growing, and I'm so honored to be part of that growing statistic. But then you start Googling for more, like graduate school, it's probably 5%. And even for like a doctorate's degree, it's much lower. So for me, it's even pushing that ceiling, that glass ceiling that exists of the bias that Latinas cannot make it in the education. And actually, yes, we can. So how do you invest in yourself? Like, what does that mean? Like, what are the basic things that you can start doing right now to invest in yourself? And this diagram, you can actually see it goes back into the basics and the financials. Like, you can start assessing, making an inventory of the things that you're making. You're making money, but then how are you spending? And one of the things that my parents actually taught me, and it's so smart, is the fact that it doesn't matter how much money you make, it's how much you save and how do you spend it and manage it. You've seen people, athletes, they make millions of dollars, and then when they finish their careers, all of a sudden they don't have that money and they're broke. Why does that happen, right? So it's the fact that it's managing the money that actually makes you a better person as to how to use that money to leverage for your growth and eventually for wealth generating activities. So, doing this research for my doctorate degree, I saw an article from Stanford that talked about the state of Latino entrepreneurs. And they always talk about, us as entrepreneurs, the challenges is the access to capital. But what does that mean in other terms? If you start breaking it down, it goes back into having assets that can help you get loans, for example, or also having the cash flow that could help you leverage that money to invest it and make more money out of it. And unfortunately, in the state of Latino entrepreneurship, as the report says, it's very minimal. We have a very small percentage of people that can be able to generate, because we're almost in survival mode, when it comes to our finances. I'll be honest, I'm scared at looking at my bank account, but I have to do so every month, right? So one way I manage it is making sure I'm not spending more than I earn. That's a golden rule. Pay off your credit cards, any debts that you have, make sure that you paid it as full. I mean, you do have the options of making several payments out of it, but if you can pay it all, because that will create having a healthy financial lifestyle for you. Make a list, an inventory again, of all the costs that you have, your fixed costs, kind of like your rental, like how much payment you pay for your house, your apartment, your car, and out of those expenses, make sure that those things are asset, like an appreciated asset, which means something like land, like real estate, property that you can own, because those are things that you own for yourself and for your family, right? It's not depreciating assets like cars, for example, because cars don't make you money. That's an expense that we need, that you can have to move from one section to another, and it's very necessary here in Houston. You can't move anywhere, right, without a car. But it depends on what kind of car you get. Making sure that expense is very low, because that doesn't create money for you. If you're working for a corporation, making sure that your 401k is maxed out. That's how you make sure you make money. And if you have a matching from your corporation, you can make probably double the money that it's taken out of your paycheck every time. If you're a startup, let's say, or a business owner, and you don't have a 401k, that's okay. Open a Roth IRA that can help you have that consistency, that every month you take out something for your future. Going back to that report for Latino entrepreneurs, they claim that we as a community don't have the habits of having appreciating assets, sort of like real estate or land. And purchasing a home is important. But you know why that happens usually? It's because we're in a country where you have to have a healthy credit score. And what does that mean? Not having debt, making sure that you're paying off everything as possible to have a very good credit score. Having credit cards, for example, doesn't mean you have to use the max that the bank allows you for that credit card. So be frugal as possible. And to be honest, I think I'm preaching to the choir, because I think out of all the cultures out here in the US, we as Hispanics know how to be very frugal and almost survive anything, any challenge. So I know we have it in us. We just have to have the discipline for this. Another thing, as you can see in this slideshow, make sure you build an emergency fund. This is something to be honest, I don't have it as well done as I should. I mean, this coronavirus sort of opened my eyes to how much money I could be spending, to put as an emergency fund. Because if I didn't have a job, I don't know what I could do, I don't know how I could survive. And I think that's important for you to have it to be financially healthy. Look into other investments. Right now, it's a good opportunity. A lot of people think that in a recession, you don't have the opportunities to grow, and to be honest, it's very scary. When I graduated college, it was back in 2009, and that was during the financial crisis. And I saw recession as something that will hurt my future. I couldn't find a job. I didn't have money, So now it's an opportunity for you to use whatever you have, whatever resources and money you have, to look into investing in that money, or save it for right now and see if there are ways of generating more money out of that. If you have a family, save for your children's education, and overall just stay healthy and invest in yourself. And also, how do you invest in yourself again? Make money moves. A hustle doesn't mean just something that you can just do for fun. It could also generate more money, right, for you. Maybe you have a job, but you can also have a blog out of it. Be doing freelance writing or grant writing for nonprofits. You can be driving Uber as a side hustle in the weekends to get more money for you. If you're a photographer, that could also help you. I actually, to be honest, I need a camera right now to take photos of myself doing those kinds of things, because I'm so horrible at my marketing. So that's definitely a side hustle that I could have in the future. But one thing is knowing how to manage your time. You can have a side hustle, but you can also create what's called passive income. And passive income means an activity that you do once that could generate you money out of it. So, for example, writing a book. If you know something particular to an industry or something that you can help, it's something new that not a lot of people know, write a book, put it up on Amazon, and that way, whoever finds that book could just give you the royalties or the money without even thinking or putting an effort to it after you do that, right? You can rent out your car. You can invest in real estate. That's one of the things I feel like in my family we didn't know about. I didn't know how to, buy a house is so important for like rental. Like I think for us, we thought of like buying the house just to be in a stable home, but we didn't think of it as an investment. And my husband, he's in real estate. And so when I met him and now that we're married, I'm starting to shift that mindset. It's like, wow, you can actually leverage a house for rental and increase your money that way, like as a passive income. His goal is to have 20 properties at some point and having that as rental. That will be his retirement goal, but that's a long-term goal. I mean, what is your goal? Like, what can you do right now? What resources do you have to create a passive income? And these are just examples. You can Google, check it out. Well, and a lot of these things we actually go over. Part of my role is to help the community, our students, especially at HCC, know how to start a business or grow a business, as well as the community in Houston. You don't have to be a student to be a part of the activities that we go through at the Center for Entrepreneurship. But I also wanted to give you a little bit more insight as to our bigger department. Our Office of Entrepreneurial Initiatives houses what is called the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Initiative. And this is a nationwide brand. In fact, I think they're about to meet the 10,000 goal. And it's almost like an accelerator where if you've had your business for 2 years and you have at least a team of 5, you can go through this accelerator program to grow your capacity. We also house what's called the MBDA, or the Minority Business Development Agency. And what they focus about is on the businesses that are already generating $1 million and above, like construction, manufacturers here in Houston, people doing import and export. And what they teach them, though, is the procurement part of things, doing the contracts with government so that you can grow your business that way. The corporate college also trains, is almost like an HR department for your big business. And this is paid out of the Department of Labor. So it actually, if you apply for this program, it's almost free as for you as your business. So make sure that you check out more on the website for their activities. And then we have the Centers for Entrepreneurship, where we host webinars, conferences, bring in guest speakers, do partnerships to support you as an entrepreneur and your journey of creating your business. And that means, webinars from like the marketing, the legal, how to get started, your financials, and so on. Okay. One example, in fact, we're one of the pilots for Amazon Small Business Academy. We're the only college in Texas that's actually implementing this. And this is how to do your business on the e-commerce platform for Amazon. Okay. You can actually go for free at the webinar page, and this is the link that you can go to see the upcoming events that they're having and they're hosting. Again, this is for free, and it's just information and knowledge that you can have to have your business possibly at the Amazon platform. Okay. The other thing I wanted to tell you is a tool that you can do if you have a local business right now is Google has what's called grow.google/grow. This is an effort to support small businesses, especially during this coronavirus, but to make sure that you have your business up on Google, updated with photos to bring in more of an audience for you. So if you haven't seen this before, make sure that you visit at the google.com/business or grow.google/grow, as you can see on the slide, to start looking at those tools. And again, those tools are for free. We at the Center for Entrepreneurship, we're about to create those webinars through this partnership, again, because we see this as a very important tool. A lot of the Hispanic businesses here in the community, I know, might not have a website. And Google actually gives you a free website to create for your business. So again, take advantage of all these tools, because eventually this is to generate your legacy and wealth. One of the opportunities that you can think of for investing in yourself is also donating and volunteering. So during this coronavirus, our campus closed. However, we are helping our community through the H4s program, where we have people in the community creating the masks or the PPE equipment. We have the 3D printers that at the West Houston Institute, where they're creating the equipment and giving it out to the medical center, for example. And again, you don't have to be a student to be a part of. Like if you have a sewing machine at home, or you have skills of sewing, and you can do that to help others, make sure that you go into the h4s.org and sign up as a volunteer. That's another skill, another network that you can leverage, not necessarily to make money, but again, it's investing time to impact positively for this community. I wanted to also give you more tools of just overall other partners that we have. For example, Hello Alice. Hello Alice is a platform, an artificial intelligence platform that sort of combines all of the links and resources available, not only for women entrepreneurs, it can be an entrepreneur, but it is very helpful for a lot of the women entrepreneurs. In fact, they have a couple of grants that are available. You can sign up for free. You can read and see if those, if you can apply for those grants, and they will let you know by July 16 if you are up and running for that particular emergency grant. Hello Alice, again, it's a network of a lot of entrepreneurs nationwide, but it started by a Latina entrepreneur here in Houston, Carolyn Rods. And you know, it's just been very awesome to be part of her task force, to be discussing what the resources are available for our entrepreneurs. So again, if you haven't done so already, check it out and see if that can be helpful for you. And lastly, I wanted to also give you the microloans and financial institutions like People Funds. So a lot of people know of banks out there that could be helping you with the SBA loans and the PPP applications. But you also have organizations like People Fund that have generated a fund just specifically for this disaster. You don't have to be, maybe this is only for Houston. I think there are a couple of in Texas, like a Texas city. So you click on this link here to see if you can apply. If you're watching this from another state, they do have other financial institutions like this. Maybe start Googling, you know, what organization is, like HBDI, or like start searching for like a micro loan, and usually that pops up. Okay. And my call to action is really dream big. Start, you know, following your dreams, because I think that motivates you, that gives you the confidence to follow that dream, but to feel that, to have that accomplishment. Invest in yourself. I mean, this is an entire presentation for it, for the skills for generating wealth, to create and leave a legacy for your family, for future generations. And then my second and last call to action is really submit your census. This is huge. A lot of people don't think, I mean, it's just like a survey, but really this is how the federal government and our local representatives make decisions as to how the budget is separated for education, for you know, the police department, and so on. So make sure that you do submit the census. There's a lot of myths that if, you know, depending on your immigration status, that you're not supposed to submit it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're single, if you're a family, if you're legal or illegal. Like, make sure that you submit this, because that will give our governments the representation of how much population of the Hispanic communities we have currently. You know, and this is the way how the budgets are being separated. So it's huge. It's definitely an important task to do right now. And again, dream big. If you want to know a little bit more about our upcoming events, we are being active on our social media, especially our Facebook page. So make sure to follow us at HCC Entrepreneurship to learn a little bit more about those upcoming webinars. We have one with Capital One, for example, during Cinco de Mayo, to talk a little bit about the credit, how you can develop a healthy credit, personal credit, and for your business. And we'll have a digital marketing also on Wednesday. So again, please make sure to follow us and sign up for those webinars. And I can't wait to really meet you at some point in person. You can follow me on LinkedIn, or you can send me an email at brenda.rios@hccs.edu. And, you know, let's get connected. Let's talk about how we can support you even virtually for both your personal side and your business goals. I wanted to give you a little bit of facts. A lot of people don't think I'm Hispanic, but I wanted to just show you, yes, I was born in Monterrey. So they call me La Güera, but I was born in Monterrey, and Spanish is my first language, so you can talk to me in Espanol or, in English, whichever. I'm looking forward to meeting you and connecting further with our Hispanic community.
Well, Brenda, thank you so much for all those. I love the insight, love the resources, love the tools, love all the information. So thank you so very much. Stay connected with the Power on Heels Fund Inc. on all our social media platforms and visit our website at poweronheelsfund.org. Stay informed and plugged in on all our efforts and all our events. The COVID-19 Financial Summit Masterclasses are filled with industry experts and change agents sharing information to help you create smart financial strategies during these difficult times. Gracias and thank you for joining us. And remember, you are Power on Heels.